Savage Nation. This is great Cuban music, in case you don't know what I'm playing. This is before the Vietnam one took over the island and turned it into a cesspool, a totalitarian cesspool that only liberals could love. So, yeah, the topics are pretty heavy. Like, here we are with troops in Syria. Should married men be allowed to be priests? You know, a lot of stuff. Now, Best Buy Geek Squad is spying on me? You see that one in the Drudge Report? The FBI employed the Geek Squad from Best Buy to, like, break into your TVs and iPhones that you bought there. That's terrific. Everything I own is from Best Buy, all my electronics. Really got to go check my pajamas now. I don't know what I'm wearing at night when watching TV. I have to get a new outfit to be spied upon. That's a whole line of clothing. A clothing line for being spied upon in your most intimate moments, so the perverts at Best Buy can have a good time. Boy, I'd like to strangle them. I like to put my hands through the screen and rip their lungs out. Do they have any idea how un-American that is? These creeps, these pimple-faced creeps who can't form a sentence. The only job they can get is working in an appliance store, spying on their fellow American. Why don't they put them in prison? The country I'm living in. They've been at least, and listen, all of you global warmist fools, answer my question. I said this to the President of the United States personally, and I've got a big smile out of him, not because of the ice cream. It was about global warming. I said there have been at least 5 major ice ages in the Earth's past. So how do you explain that the ice retreated prior to industrialization? Duh, there is no answer from the great geniuses on it. The answer is through natural causes like sunspots, volcanic activity, etc. Don't think I'm arguing for pollution. I have done more probably than most of the Greens in this country to preserve rainforests, jungles, the law of the rainforest, ethnomedicine. I've done my stuff. I wrote Plant a Tree in 1975, which was a great work of sacrifice, that book. The point is I go where the facts lead me. I go where the evidence leads me. I don't go there with a didactic view in advance of what I'm supposed to believe. There have been at least 5 major ice ages in the Earth's past. The Huronian, the Cryogenian, the Andean-Saharan, the Karoo Ice Age, and the Quaternary glaciation. So what is that saying to you? These ice ages appeared and then they left. The ice retreated. There's stories in Sweden in the Middle Ages of ice, it was glaciers coming down the mountain, engulfing villages, where priests would go in front of the glacier with a cross and try to stop the glacier from engulfing another small hamlet, because they thought it was the work of God. God was angry at them and putting ice into their hamlet. So these cycles of glaciation and warming are part of the history of Earth's climate. Does that mean I'm arguing for pollution? No, the opposite is true. But I'm arguing for sanity and science rather than politics and lies. All right, I'll be back in a minute to take your calls, not on global warming, but on the other topics right here on the Savage Nation. I will also show you more and more and more about Trump's war.
Join the Savage Nation. Call now, 855-400-SAVAGE, 855-400-7282. Savage.
We all need medicine, but prescription medication costs can really add up. Most people don't know that pharmacy prices vary wildly, and insurance isn't always your best bet. With GoodRx, you can stop paying too much for your prescriptions. GoodRx is an easy way for Americans to save up to 80% on their prescriptions. In fact, most people save at least 49%. GoodRx is easy to use. They even use my name. Just text GoodRx 466379, enter the code SAVAGE. Type in the name of your prescription and your zip code. While GoodRx is not insurance, GoodRx prices often beat insurance prices. Listen to me, don't go to the pharmacy without checking drug prices at GoodRx first. GoodRx saves you money and is totally free. No membership required, no need to supply personal information. To see how you can start saving money on your prescriptions, just text GoodRx 466379 and enter the code SAVAGE. That's GoodRx 466379 on your mobile phone, code SAVAGE. What have you got to lose? Nothing.
It's that time again. Baseburg is back. Southern Miss Baseball is ready to defend their 2016 Conference USA Championship after going an incredible 28-4 at the peak last year. Now we need you to be part of the Pete Taylor magic all season long in 2017. Get your season tickets now at 1-800-844-TICK or at SouthernMissTickets.com. Don't miss a minute of the excitement. Join us in Baseburg all season long as your Golden Eagles look to repeat as Conference USA champs in 2017.
For drug. Good afternoon, I'm Chuck Kamlick, CNBC. Another winning day on Wall Street. The Dow picked up 44, the Nasdaq 22, the S&P 7. Despite that, though, the markets are all lower for the week. Investors are now looking ahead to next week in the Federal Reserve meeting and the possibility of higher interest rates. We found out today that 235,000 jobs were added last month. President Trump, who once called these reports every month phony, praised the news and took credit for this one. Americans also made a little more money, 6 cents an hour. Pittsburgh's Mylan has started selling a generic version of Pristique. That's a drug used to treat severe depression. Starting next weekend, Facebook will stream live Major League Soccer games in a deal with Spanish language network Univision. They'll be in English. And Dick Clark Productions owner has called off that company's billion-dollar sale to a Chinese firm. Eldridge Industries accused Dalian Wanda of failing to live up to its contract obligations. Bad blood. Chuck Kemp, CNBC.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage, $75 per month level rate for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110 per month, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rate guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. If you're a